mean, we'll start off with at the end of the game there, able to pull it out by 2 points. Just talk about how your team sort of reacted down the end.
Well, we played in a lot of games like this. You know, just thinking back to the Puerto Rico game, those 2 games in Puerto Rico, rather, I thought we did a good job of not cracking down the stretch. It was a good game for us, you know, as far as in terms of going forward. But at the same time, we made so many mistakes down the stretch. We shouldn't have been to that point. But I'm happy with some of the things we did down the stretch, especially with the defense.
And it seemed like they held the lead most of the second half. You guys were kind of playing catch up. I mean, what does your team take away from a game like this?
Well, we traded too many baskets. First of all, I thought the first half the second half late. We started trading too many baskets, and we couldn't keep them in front. Our big guys wasn't doing a good job hedging the ball screens, and our guards letting them get into the paint too much. So we went to Plan B. We started switching everything, and that kind of helped us out. Again, made some tough plays down the stretch. A lot of credit goes to the guys for being able to make some changes on the fly like we did. And I think that was the biggest thing towards the end, just making some adjustments at the end of the basketball game, and came out with the win.
You all forced, I think, 20 turnovers and ended up with 24 points off of those. You spoke 2 nights ago about the defense and how that was going to be key in this game. How do you think the defense performed?
Well, they shot a high percentage still, especially the first half. I think they ended up shooting in the 50s, 55% to be exact. That's too high. But like I said, down the stretch we made plays. I thought the first half we just made so many mistakes. And I think a lot of that was predicated with our offense. We missed some bunnies early. We left about 16 points on the board the first half. And, some guys started hanging their head because their shots, wasn't falling. But like I told those guys, if we keep defending, the offense will take care of itself. And I thought it did that late.
Now both teams, especially you all, were in foul trouble a little bit, maybe forced to use some rotations you weren't used to using. How do you think the guys responded?
They did a great job. I think these guys trust each other a lot more than I give them credit for. Kendall Veek went from playing the first half to not playing at all in the second half to the last a minute or so, and come up with a big steal down the stretch for us, or deflection rather down the stretch for us. So, everybody's waiting their turn. It's one of those things where you always have to be ready because you never know when your chance is going to come. With Tyree fouling out, Joe Lawson and Brendan McElroy in foul trouble, we had to use some different guys in the regular rotation. I thought they responded very well.
Just looking forward to the next week. Got a couple big games coming up in the not only the conference but also for the national scheme of things. What are you looking for like next week in practice? What are you guys gonna work on?
We have to do a better job. I was telling radio, we have to do a better job of understanding personnel, understanding the game plan, and sticking to it. I thought tonight we went away from the game plan. Some guys are trying to make big plays, not keeping Sinstruck in front. We gambled on him and forced us to help off a shooter. So we got to do a better job of being solid on the defensive end and not gambling. The offense still got to come. It's not where I wanted it to be yet, but we're getting better. But as a whole, we just got to be a better defensive team and understand each possession is very crucial.
Just real quick to wrap it up, I know the crowd was really getting into the game, especially down the second half, down the stretch. What's it like sort of playing Nickerson and having that home crowd?
Oh, it's great. I wish we get more people here. I think it's going to happen. With school being out, it's hard to get the crowd you want, but it was great to hear that 6th man in the background yelling at us. We hear him. We hear him, and I was just very very happy and blessed to be able to to deliver a win for those guys, because without the crowd tonight, I don't know what would have happened, but they were awesome tonight, and I'm just so grateful to those guys who came out tonight for a basketball game.